We are high up. We don't know where we're headed. It's called Angel's Lake. Hi everyone, we're on our 26th day of our epic 31-day adventure. We bid farewell to Twin Falls, Idaho. I've attached a link to our journey below. Next, we're headed to Sawtooth Mountains, Idaho, with 3 days to explore the area. But first, we will check out Craters of the Moon National Monument and Preserve. After that, we'll be saying goodbye to Gary and Kelly and heading back home. We'll make an unexpected overnight stay at Angel Lake Campground near Wells, Nevada. So stay tuned and join us on this incredible adventure. We took time out to visit Craters of the Moon, a U.S. National Monument and Preserve in central Idaho. It is famous for its caves formed by underground rivers of lava. We did not have time to explore the caves, so we drove the 7-mile scenic loop road. It is a paved road and accessible to most vehicles, including RVs. A limited number of large RV spaces are also available at major overlooks and trailheads, including at North Crater, Devil's Orchard, Inferno Cone, the Spatter Cones, Tree Molds, and the cave areas. Our first stop was North Crater Flow Trail. There is parking for vehicles in front of the trail. More parking just past that for larger vehicles. That is where we parked. We're at the North Crater Flow Trail, Craters of the Moon National Monument and Preserve. We're going to take a little walk. Check it out. The monument covers 750 acres and features the Great Reef, a 52-mile long crack in the Earth's crust. It's a remarkable preserved volcanic landscape with exposed fissures, lava fields, lava tubes, craters, and cinder cones. Craters of the Moon is famous for its caves formed by underground rivers of lava. 4 of these caves are easily accessible from the loop road. Pick up a free permit at the visitor center on your way in and come prepared with sturdy shoes, extra headlamps and flashlights, and protective headwear. We also stopped at Spatter Cones. It is considered easy, moderate. It is a 274-foot paved trail with an 8% grade. The view is spectacular too. Also, there is a 274-foot paved wheelchair accessible that leads to Snow Cone. Created during the dwindling stages of an eruption, the spatter cones formed as hot lumps of lava that were thrown a short distance into the air only to fall back to Earth around a small central vent. As the still molten blobs landed on top of each other, they cooled and adhered to nearby pieces to form the walls of what could be considered a mini volcano. Take the short walk up to Spatter Cones Trail and the Snow Cone Trail to take a look down into the cones. The Snow Cone Trail is 274 feet paved, wheelchair accessible. We wish we could have stayed longer, but we still had a 2-hour drive to get to Sawmill Station RV.
Butte County High School has been putting up their graduation class since 1920. We stopped here to take a break a little bit at this old Arco Oasis. There's fuel here if you need it. Diesel's $3.52 and $3.36 for the good stuff.
We made reservations 6 months ago for the Sawmill Station. It is located 6 miles from Clayton. This RV park is nestled in the Sawtooth Mountains of central Idaho, a great base for OHVs and those who, like us, wanting to explore. There are 50 big rig friendly RV spaces with full hookups. There is a gas station and a bistro restaurant. You can also rent Polaris RZRs side-by-sides. Laundry and showers are available. Open May 1st through October 31st. We were quite surprised how quiet it was being an OHV park.
There it is. Our view from our van. Pretty nice.
The next day, we embarked on a scenic drive to Redfish Lake. We stumbled upon an old cabin nestled off Highway 75. We paused to soak in the tranquil landscape with the majestic Sawtooth Mountains standing tall in the background.
It's an old settler's cabin. If you get that in the picture too, you can check that out.
Yeah. Redfish Lake, an alpine lake located in Custer County, Idaho, just south of Stanley, holds the distinction of being the largest lake within the Sawtooth National Recreation Area. Its elevation reaches an impressive 6,547 feet. Upon our arrival at around 11 a.m., we encountered limited parking options as the area was bustling with visitors. Fortunately, we managed to secure a close spot to the Redfish Lake Lodge on the north side of the lake. Our adventure led us to the Fish Hook Creek Trail, a 4.5-mile round-trip hike. The trail meandered through meadows and forests, offering breathtaking views of the Sawtooth Range. as we followed the winding creek. Make sure and take a moment to visit the Redfish Visitor Center, where you can gather information and insights about the lake and its surroundings. There are several ghost towns within driving distance to Sawmill Station. One of those is Custer. It was about a 45-minute drive. You would turn right at the Sunbeam Dam overlook onto Yankee Fork Road. The road starts out as a paved but for about 2 miles, then it turns into a wide, well-maintained gravel road for approximately 8 miles to the historic mining town of Custer. Keep in mind, once you leave Custer and head north, the road becomes rough, rocky, and unmaintained, requiring high clearance 4x4 vehicles. Custer was founded in early 1879 by gold speculators, economically supported by the operations of the Lucky Boy and Black Mines. Custer reached its peak population of 600 in 1896, but by 1910 Custer had become a ghost town. There was no shortage of drinking establishments in Custer, and at times no shortage of consumers. At least 5 saloons were in operation at one time. The Empire Saloon was originally near the General Custer Mine, but was later moved to this location and converted into a home. For a period of time, Dr. Charles Kirtley maintained his office and drugstore in the front area, while his family lived in the back 2 rooms. Attendance numbers varied, reaching upwards of 40 students. School was in session 3 to 6 months of the year. E.T. phone home. The assayer was one of the most respected persons in town. The cleanest corner of the office had a writing table, chair, and a few books on metallurgy and chemistry. Various tools of the trade, such as sieves, samplers, tongs, and scales, were at hand, along with small anvil and furnace. Assaying was hot, grimy work. Charles Alexander Pfeiffer managed the Pfeiffer store. Charles purchased this home after his marriage to Ellen Louise Olson in 1890. Families in Custer were not an oddity, but certainly weren't the norm either, as most miners and the supporting merchants were single men. This is what they did. They insulated their homes with the newspapers.
Yeah.
Wallpaper.
Wallpaper came later. It said.
Ah.
Newspaper was the first.
Not surprisingly, the roof shingles are made of flattened cans. Having a good blacksmith was invaluable. The difficult work of mining required the use of many rugged and reliable tools that could stand up to the physical demands of day-to-day use. It was also a necessity to have equipment that was simple enough to be repaired and maintained on site. Blacksmith also shoed horses, mules, repaired wagons, carriages, and occasionally pulled a tooth or two before the dentist moved to town. This home was one of the finest homes in Custer. It belonged to Kenneth McKenzie, a prominent businessman. He owned the saloon, livery stable, carriage house, and the general store. Built in the 1880s, it featured a stained glass window over an arched doorway and a well nearby in the window with water pumped directly into the kitchen and 2 fireplaces with carpeted floors. This was a typical miner's cabin. It was a simple life. A miner's day began early and ended late. Lunch consisted of a slice of bread with lard or cheese, maybe a hard-boiled egg or a piece of cooked meat, and for dessert, an apple or a slice of pie. Life changed as miners married and more women came to Custer. Just a short distance from Custer is the Yankee Fork Gold Dredge. We decided to stop and check it out. The dredge was purchased by Snake River Mining Company in 1939. It was hauled up to Yankee Fork to be assembled. The dredge is 112 feet long, 54 feet wide, and 64 feet tall, and weighing 988 tons. How it works is quite amazing. The dredge has a chain of 71 buckets, each weighing over a ton. The upper tumbler is powered by a 200 horsepower electric motor, which rotates the bucket line around the 89-foot long ladder, which can dig 37 feet deep. Workers on the dredge included the wrenchman, stern and bow oilers, and the gold man, with only 3 men working each shift. A ground crew cleared the area ahead of the digging and helped set the dead men. The dredge master oversaw the entire operation, deciding where to dig, when to clean up, and when to shut down. This mass of metal was run off electricity, and for many of the men that worked here, they soon had hearing issues. The noise was so loud that they could not even speak to each other. Instead, they would use a bell system to communicate with the other employees. Those that were off duty at the mining camp downriver would know if something was wrong at the dredge because it would get very quiet. While operating, the dredge recovered over $1 million in gold from about 6 million cubic yards of gravel and was shut down in 1952 after all the claims owned by the company were dredged.
The diesel motors.
The submarine motors.
These are what were put in 1940 submarines.
That's what they ran the submarines on, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cylinders.
Oh. The dredge was powered by 2 Ingersoll 7-cylinder diesel engines. Each engine burned 300 gallons, running 24 hours per day, 7 days a week. After our visit to Custer Ghost Town and Yankee Fork Gold Dredge, we decided to check out Bayhorse Ghost Town. From Sawmill Station, it was around 30 miles. The road off of 75 is dirt, but is well maintained. Good start.
Okay, so that's not a left that I can take. That doesn't go anywhere. What's this say?
No drinking water at Campground.
Oh, there it is.
Bayshore Lakes left, Birch Creek right.
So I go left here, huh?
Bayhorse is nestled in a narrow canyon. The story is told that in 1864, prospectors met a man with 2 bay horses who told of a rich mining ground. Subsequent searches and inquiries of the man and his horses led to the name of Bayhorse for the creek and the town and mining district. The rich silver and copper mines drew hundreds of people in search of wealth. In 1864, a lone prospector discovered ore near a tributary of the Salmon River that would later become known as Bayhorse Creek. Soon a smelter mill in a town of 300 sprang up in the narrow canyon. Prior to 1900, miners extracted a little over $10 million in ore out of Bayhorse Mining District, including $6.9 million in silver and $2.7 million in lead and $650,000 in copper. Eventually, devastating fires, dwindling reserves of high-grade ore, and falling prices doomed the town's existence. By the turn of the century, only a handful of miners remained. After our visit to Bayhorse, we stopped at the Yankee Fork State Park Interpretive Center in Challis. Located in the heart of Idaho's historic mining country, the land of the Yankee Fork State Park Interpretive Center offers visitors a fascinating journey through the rich heritage of the region. From gold rush history to ghost towns, this immersive destination provides a unique glimpse into Idaho's storied past. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing quite well. How about yourself?
Can't complain.
Hundreds of mines up in this area. And for this stamp mill, they would have it in ore carts coming across like the upper walkway, turn to the side and drop onto what's called a grizzly, again, such as this, and coming down a chute. Now water is added here at the chute before they meet the sinks.
Not far from the interpretive center was the Challis Bison Jump. Never great in numbers, bison did, however, provide a food source for the Shoshone people. We said our goodbyes to Gary and Kelly and are headed home. We will spend one night in Wells, Nevada. Our original plan was to stay in an RV park in Wells, Nevada, but as we were driving, we kept seeing these high mountains in front of us. As we approached Wells, Maria discovered a campground, Angels Lake. We didn't have reservations, but they did have some sites available for first come, first serve, so we were hoping to get one. We don't know where we're headed. It's called Angels Lake, and there's supposed to be a National Forest campground there for $18 a night. It'll be half for us since we're seniors. And hopefully find a spot. We're almost there. Just paid $9 for a site here. It's $18, but with our pass discount, it's $9. And Angel Creek Campground, Wells, Nevada. We were going to stay in an RV park, and Maria found this one online. So it was quite a drive up here, about 12-14 miles or so, but here we are. Angel Lake Campground is located high on the East Humboldt Mountain Range. It sits at an elevation of 8,400 feet.